My name is Nathan Walter. I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska, and I'm absolutely in love with the church. I grew up pretty much knowing Jesus and always really wanting to be a pastor. But there was one little hindrance in my life that made it difficult. When I was 5 years old, I was diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome, a disorder that causes physical twitches, and I've lived with it ever since. Now, Tourette's really isn't a life-altering disorder, nor does it prevent people from doing most occupations, but many kids grow up struggling with their Tourette's and often give up hope of any dreams that they once had. But God always seemed to have a little bit of a different plan for me. Early on, I was terrified of public speaking and just about doing really anything in public for that matter. But in high school, God grabbed a hold of me and really changed all that. I became really interested in studying the scriptures and public speaking, and I really had the sense of burden for my lost friends. And one of my youth sponsors really encouraged me to go to Bible college and even go into ministry. Now, I've heard it said that only about 10% of all kids with Tourette's actually end up going to college. But after high school, I decided that I'd go ahead and take my chances, so I went to Nebraska Christian College to study preaching, where I continued to develop a passion for creatively teaching Scripture. But I never really once realized that God could use my disorder to reach others. But I guess it's just like God to take something great out of a weakness. Now, several of my professors and many of the staff members at Nebraska Christian College who encouraged me to use my Tourette's as a means to bringing people to Christ. And ultimately, I believe that's what I was called to do. In the last 4 years, I've developed the skills of creatively communicating biblical messages, administering people within a church setting, delegating volunteers for different areas of ministry, and casting vision for ministry. You know, it's also true that only about 1% of kids with Tourette's actually finish college. And I guess I'm now one of those 1% because I'll be graduating this May from Nebraska Christian College and get into a ministry to be used by God. Now, it seems to me like we're all gifted in some unique way, and I believe that God is going to use me to bring the message of the gospel to the lost. And I'm beyond excited and ready, and I'm completely surrendered to His call. I think this is about surrendering my skills, my passions to be used. It is also about surrendering my Tourette's because He can take me and deploy me as needed.